Today we're going to add to our unit on sequences and series. Last time we talked about a sequence. They have a common difference or a common ratio, but today we're going to talk about a series. And a series is the sum of the terms of the sequence. So if I took this sequence and added all of these terms together, that would be the series. This series is a finite series, because it stops at the number 15. But if I wrote this sequence as 3, 6, 9, 12, ... I would be talking about an infinite series. This one just keeps going. But this one stops, so it's finite. And when we're talking about arithmetic sequences, you can only find a series for one that's finite. I can add these numbers together and get a sum. But these, I can't get a sum because I would just keep adding another number each time, so it would never narrow in on a certain number. So we're going to start with this one that's simple and see if we can find the series for it. We want to find the sum. This one would be easy because I only have 5 numbers. I could just add those together, but you might see a problem sometime that says, what's the sum of the first 100 numbers, or the sum of the first 200 numbers? In fact, I've seen that on the ACT before. So this is something that you could possibly use. Also, if you go to math contest, you might see this. So first of all, I want to find the rule for this one. So I'm going to write the rule. And the rule for this one is the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So 3 plus n minus 1 times the common difference, which is 3. So the rule here is 3n. I'm going to need that to find the sum. So the formula, and if we were actually testing on this, I would give you the formula. The formula to find the sum for the first however many terms is n times the first term plus the number of terms over 2. And the n represents the number of terms you're adding. So on this particular problem, we're going to find the sum from the first term to the 5th term. And again, I could add these together. This one's easy. But when I'm finding the sum of the first 100 numbers, I don't want to have to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and so on. So I would use this formula. So in this case, the number of terms that I'm adding is 5. So the sum of the first 5 terms is 5 times the first term. And in this case, we actually know the first term is 3. But let's say I don't know what the first number is. I'm going to use the rule. And in place of the rule where it says n, I'm going to use a 1 because I'm talking about the first term. And then I want to find the last term. Well, I know in this case it's 15, but sometimes I may not know. So I'm going to use the rule. And since it's the 5th term I'm finding, I'm going to put a 5 for the n. And then divide by 2. So I have 5 times 3 plus 15, which is 18, divide by 2. And 5 times 18 is 90, divide by 2, which is 45. And if I added these numbers together, I would get the same thing. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 12 is 40. Three plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 12 is 30. And 30 plus 15 is 45. So I found the sum of the first 5 numbers.